Picking up coverage, senior correspondent John Huddy, also at the same site there with more. John.
Well, that's right. And as we're hearing now the sound of music once again, it certainly is a stark contrast between today and a year ago, when instead of the music was then drowned out by the sound of machine gun fire, though we are hearing the sounds of machine gun fire, an Apache gunship, and outgoing artillery fire. But it's certainly a stark contrast between a year ago and today, when a year ago we saw bodies, there was blood, there were burnt out, blown up vehicles. But today we're seeing people, thousands of people showing up despite the ongoing fighting across the border. Not only families and friends of the victims, those taken hostage, but also Israeli officials. Israeli opposition leader Yair Lapid is here. He actually just walked by a moment ago. Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant was here as well a little bit earlier this afternoon. These pictures here, standing here, are all the victims, those who were killed that day, and they're almost kind of like tombstones in a graveyard at this point, as people, like I said, the friends and family pay their respects. Speaking of which, I caught up with the sister of David Newman. 25-year-old David Newman was killed here a year ago today, protecting his friends, getting them to safety, and IDF officials called his actions heroic, saying that if it wasn't for him, more people would have died, that he saved his actions that day, putting in the coordinates, getting it to the IDF, Israeli police, as we hear outgoing artillery fire, saved possibly as many as 200 people. Well, his sister described him as a larger-than-life person, the first person on the dance floor, first person off the dance floor, and of course, the first person to save his friends' lives. Here, in part, what she told me.
After the math, we had some commander got in touch with us and said that because of the exact location he had sent to his friend, they were able to locate the place, and they told us later that they were able to save 200 people after that because of his exact location.
So your brother's a hero.
Yes, he is. It feels like it's just been one long October. It doesn't feel like it ended. It doesn't feel. It's just been a very, very, very hard year, and there's no feeling of, okay, it's over. It's just one continuous long, hard year.
Will the pain, do you think, ever go away? I mean, does it get any, having said that, with the ongoing
I don't think it
fighting,
ever goes away. I think we live to learn beside it.
Yeah, and that's really a story, and that's what I've heard from a lot of people as I've been talking to survivors, to victims, including in Kfar Aza, Nir Oz, last week when I visited those kibbutzim, those communities attacked, that it just feels like the pain doesn't go away because this is an ongoing fight. It's, as IDF officials, Sean and Emma have described it, a 7-front, multi-front fight. But there's an 8th front that we've also talked about, and that is the propaganda war. As an IDF official, again, outgoing fire, told me yesterday, it's like David versus Goliath, Israel fighting all the misinformation and disinformation out there, the anti-Israel sentiments. Again, a wave of that as Israel remains engaged with Hamas across the border in Gaza and Hezbollah across the border in southern Lebanon from northern Israel. You guys, back to you.
All right, John Huddy, appreciate that reporting. A very powerful soundbite that was shared with our viewers. Thank you for doing so with us.